Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines today: a body has been discovered on a busy Estill County road. We've got the details on that. Plus, an I-75 crash this morning snarled traffic for commuters, and a Powell County man is being recognized by NASA. All those stories, plus local weather and sports, all coming up right here today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, an active crime scene in Estill County today. State and local law enforcement, along with the Estill County coroner, responded to a building in Estill County this morning after the discovery of a body on the property. The building is on the corner of Broadway and River Drive near the Irvin-Ravenna line. The area is one of the most traveled in the county. The property was an active crime scene throughout most of the day today. Estill County Coroner Jimmy Wise has confirmed to WBON TV 9 that the body of 44-year-old Randall Anglin of Estill County was found in the rear of that building. That was around 10:30 this morning and was officially pronounced dead about 10:52 today. The body has been sent to Frankfurt for an autopsy and toxicology report. WBON followed up on unofficial information we've received that body was also extensively mutilated. None of the authorities we spoke to today would either confirm nor deny those reports at this time, as that information may be sensitive to the investigation. We are following this story closely, and of course we're going to bring you any new information or developments as soon as they become available right here in the station. Well, an early morning crash in Madison County led to delays for commuters. Early this morning, a multiple semi-truck collision occurred in Madison County, resulting in 2 people being injured. That incident took place around 2 a.m. on the southbound lanes of I-75, causing disruptions during the morning commute. The crash was triggered when a driver reportedly fell asleep at the wheel, striking a parked semi-truck on the interstate's shoulder. This collision set off a chain reaction involving 3 other semi-trucks. While the first truck was the only vehicle in motion, the 2 injured individuals' conditions remain undisclosed. The crash led to traffic delays as crews work to clear that scene. As investigations continue, more details are sure to emerge. Well, last Sunday, a Madison County Sheriff's deputy spotted an individual with active warrants at the National Guard Armory building in Richmond. When the officer tried to make contact with that person, he fled through the neighborhood of Gibson Bay Drive and then into Dixie Plaza. Officers say 39-year-old Michael Golden of Richmond also ran through many residents' yard before finally being apprehended in the rear parking lot of the Richmond Mall. Golden was transported to Baptist Health Hospital, where he was medically cleared, then lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. He was charged with fleeing and evading and possession of marijuana. He's also facing the charges of outstanding warrants stemming from an incident in June. Those charges include strangulation 1st degree, robbery 2nd degree, and 4th degree assault. Well, the Richmond Police Department is making the public aware today of a circulating Snapchat message threatening to harm students at a Central school. Officials say the post was made in a different state and is not referencing Madison Central High School. As in every case, when threats like these are made, the officers and the staff at Madison County Schools conduct a thorough investigation until it can be determined that there is no threat to our students. The police department asks that you please remind your children and students that sharing posts like these only cause concern. If your student sees a post like this, they should report it to school staff or their local police immediately and not perpetuate such posts. Well, around 10:30 this past Saturday, Richmond police were called to a 3-vehicle hit-and-run accident on the Eastern Bypass near Killarney Lane. 2 cars were reportedly struck by a white commercial box truck that then fled the scene. Officers found a vehicle matching that description shortly later at the Gulf Station on West Main Street. When officials attempted to approach the vehicle, the driver once again fled. Officers say they terminated the pursuit for the public safety as homecoming festivities were going on in the area, and that driver was driving recklessly down Lancaster Avenue. Officers say the subject also disregarded the intersection at Crab Street. The man and the truck were eventually found in a parking lot on Grand Campus on Barnes Mill. The man was apprehended after a brief foot pursuit and struggle. Arrested was 43-year-old Kenneth Bottoms of Lexington. In addition to leaving the scene of an accident and fleeing charges, officers say they also found narcotics on Bottoms, and he was charged with possession and trafficking charges as well. Well, if the Earth is ever threatened by an asteroid striking, you may be thankful for this Powell County native's achievements. Scott Bellamy, originally from Stanton, has a job that is to stare into space and dream of wild possibilities. But this one wasn't something he thought was possible. This is an opportunity to go out and actually do the actual test against an actual asteroid with a spacecraft and demonstrate this is not only feasible, but doable. He said soon after learning he'd received the prestigious Science, Technology, Environment Medal. Bellamy and his partner Brian Key spent more than 7 years leading the DART mission for NASA. The goal was to see if they could redirect an asteroid's path should one ever flirt with entering Earth's atmosphere. The odds of a devastating asteroid hitting the planet are long, but as Scott noted, we know it's happened before, yielding some devastating results. Right now, there's not a credible chance of one of them hitting Earth until around 2200, but that's still a chance that somebody will have to reckon with in the future, he said. Thanks to the Powell County native and his partner, those charged with having to reckon with that might now have the tools to keep it from ever entering our atmosphere. Well, that's a fascinating story. Congratulations. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have weather, and we still have sports coming up right after this as well.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
When recovering from a health condition, illness, or injury, the rehab staff at Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvin, works with patients of all ages to help you become you again. Inpatient rehabilitation is hospital-based, 24-hour individualized care designed to improve independent function. Outpatient services occur after you return home from the hospital or after suffering an injury.
My name is Randy Calico. My staff at Markham and Wallace Rehab look forward to serving the patients of Estill and surrounding counties.
For more information, visit mercy.com. How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Kind of cool, rainy day out there in the Bluegrass, but we've got Susie in the Weather Center. She's going to take a look at that forecast for us.
Thank you so much for joining us here, and thank you, Gwendolyn. As we take a look at the webcam, I wanted to point out the nice colors that we're starting to see on the trees as we're feeling a bit like fall out there. The fall color update showcasing how we have low color, but some patches here or there in the Commonwealth. To our north in Indiana, starting to see more moderate color changing happening. So we'll see. We'll definitely make some headway here in the coming weeks as the sunlight shortens during our days. We've got clear and calm conditions, showers ahead, and then fall temperatures, which we're going to be discussing. As we look at tonight, pretty quiet. We even have clearing skies anticipated for a time, but no precipitation expected. Our low temperatures will get down into the low 40s, maybe even sneaking into the upper 30s for some. We have an area of high pressure that's in progress, but we've got this trough that's going to be working its way through. It's an Alberta clipper, and with that comes a warm front, which is also going to work with this high pressure system that shifts to the east, enhancing south flow, and this is going to help to warm our temperatures. But we have limited moisture in place, so rain is going to be tough to come by, not expected at this time. Our low temperatures tonight will get down to around 40 degrees here in Richmond. We've got Irvin at 41, Danville down to 40 degrees, so cool start to the day. Bright sunshine tomorrow as fair weather is expected, and we'll gradually warm up to around 61 degrees by the 1 p.m. hour, peaking in the upper 60s and even the lower 70s perhaps in a couple of spots. But we'll be approaching that 70-degree mark for the most part. Cooler as we look out towards Boonville, where we do have high temperatures at around 65 degrees. Now Thursday's when we introduce some showers into the forecast and an isolated storm or two into Friday as this next frontal boundary pushes in. We'll see a dip in our temperatures for Friday with a high of 59 degrees, but clearing back out for this up and coming weekend with sunshine and cool weather. Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a golden alert has been issued by the Lexington police for a 14-year-old, Cody Martin, who went missing on October the 15th. Martin was last seen in the 1700 block of Jennifer Road and is described as 5 foot 9 inches tall and approximately 160 pounds. He has brown hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a gray UK hoodie and jeans. It's reported that he may be suicidal and has a history of mental illness. Anyone with information on Martin's whereabouts is urged to call 911. Well, the Kentucky State Police are currently investigating a tragic two-vehicle collision that occurred in Jackson County. The incident took place just before 10 a.m. Monday at the intersection of Kentucky 30 and Kentucky 3629. Initial findings indicate that a 2015 Jeep Cherokee driven by 72-year-old Wanda Kennedy from Blue Ridge, Georgia, was traveling west on Kentucky 30 Unfortunately, that Jeep crossed the center line and entered the path of a 2004 Dodge Ram that was driven by 66-year-old Terry Crisp from Franklin, North Carolina, who was traveling east. According to reports, Wanda Kennedy succumbed to her injuries as a result of that accident. Kentucky State Police are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding that very sad crash. Well, a multi-state chase has ended in Laurel County and resulted in the arrest of a wanted man. A man was arrested on Saturday after police chased him on I-75 that involved multiple law enforcement agencies. It began when the Tennessee Highway Patrol attempted to pull over a Nissan Rogue driven by Craig Landers, who had multiple felony charges in Tennessee. Kentucky State Police took over that pursuit once it crossed into Kentucky. To stop the vehicle, a tire deflation device was deployed near mile marker 52, causing that car to come to a stop. Landers attempted to flee on foot and did not obey police commands. Following a brief foot chase and struggle, he was apprehended. Craig Landers faces charges of fleeing from the police, resisting arrest, and reckless driving. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office and the London Police Department, along with KSP, assisted in that chase. Moving over to Pulaski County, a death investigation is underway there. Deputies have responded to a home on Shoreline Drive for a welfare check and found a woman unresponsive. Her name has not been released, but she was pronounced dead by the Pulaski County Coroner's Office. Johnny Bullock, who was also in the home, was arrested after more than 2 pounds of meth, marijuana, glass smoking pipes, digital scales, heroin, oxycodone, and other drugs and baggies were discovered. He was charged with drug trafficking and drug possession. Officials have not found any signs of foul play in their investigation, but that investigation is ongoing. A Southern Kentucky man is behind bars after threatening a deputy. Lance Dobbs was arrested in Wayne County after making threats against a deputy. He reportedly called the sheriff's office, telling the deputy to come to his home alone and armed. According to authorities, the threat was in reference to a traffic stop that happened in September. Dobbs was arrested on Sunday and charged with terroristic threatening and intimidating a participant in the legal process. The investigation is ongoing, with more arrests suspected after further threats on social media. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson Roll. He is up next in the Sports Center.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Do not adjust your TV set. It is WBON TV's Tuesday Night Terrorvision. Tune in to Channel 9 every Tuesday night in October and witness horrors in haunted houses, out of this world, and even from beyond the grave. WBON Channel 9. It's a scary good show.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. The Central girls soccer team had a great season come to an end last night. See moments from the team's state game last night and hear from 3 big head coaches over at EKU. Here's sports anchor Dawson Rule with your daily athletics report.
Before we get to scores for today, one more big shout out to the Madison Central girls soccer team who made it to the state tournament and competed well last night. The girls traveled over to Boyle County and sadly had their season end 2-0. Boyle County's a very good team though, and they fought hard in the cold all game against that amazing Rebels defense. They held Boyle County to only 1 goal for most of the game. Now the Lady Indians will graduate Riley Hall, Emily Hall, Becca Gordon, Emily Couch, and Adria Anderson. This team will bring back a ton of talent for next year though, so don't forget about them just yet. They have lots more great things to do when next season rolls around. Tonight is the Volleyball District Championship. The 2 teams competing are Madison Central and Madison Southern, after they both won last night. The Lady Indians advanced by beating Model 3-0, while Southern advanced by beating Berea 3-0. The matchup tonight between the Lady Eagles and Lady Indians will be the second this season, and the first matchup went 3-0 in Central's favor. Tonight's 7 o'clock matchup will be live on WBON TV's Facebook page and YouTube, as the sports crew will be bringing you the championship game. Now earlier today, Coach Wells had his weekly press conference about the team's upcoming game. This week the Kerns have what I would say is an easier opponent on the road. EKU travels to North Carolina to rematch Gardner-Webb, who knocked out Eastern last year in the playoffs.
On offense, they're gonna do what they do. Screens, run the ball, and throw some deep shots. But and then defensively, they've got a lot of pieces back, and they've got the edge player French, who is a really elite player. He's a Senior Bowl watch guy like Parker and Josiah are for us. And then they've got some big inside guys that are going to do everything they can to stop the run. Their defense is one of the top defenses in the nation. So we're going to have our work cut out for us when we go over there. But like I said, I'll always take our guys and look forward to the challenge that they're going to present.
Later in the week, there's going to be more EKU football news to come, so stay tuned. Speaking of press conferences, yesterday was also ASUN Media Day for basketball. Today, let's hear comments from A.W. Hamilton and Greg Todd, the coaches of the men's and women's basketball teams.
We're very excited about our newcomers. Ivy Turner is a great addition to our team, local girl that can do everything. She will be a big impact. We feel like Nakai Thompson, playing our style of basketball, will really flourish in a fast-paced game. So excited definitely about her. Sierra McCullough has come in and will play a lot of minutes. Rappy Toussaint will be definitely a big factor for us. So we're definitely blessed to have a lot of new and talented faces. I feel like last year's team, we had a lot of great shooters, had more length at the wing. This team is a team that can get up and down. We're faster. We've got more post play. I think we're a deeper team. I feel like from this time last year, more optimistic, but I did like our team last year, and we had a very successful season.
But we got to be better shooting. You know, you and I talked about it. We went through after the Florida Gulf Coast Stetson swing at home. I mean, we didn't make shots, you know, and we have to be more consistent shooting the basketball, not just from the three-point line, more importantly from the free throw line. We were one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the country, and we got everybody back, so I got to fix that, right? And we were so good rebounding the ball on the offensive end. We got to take care of business on the defensive backboard a little bit better.
Both of these guys are building something special with their basketball programs at EKE. That's going to be all for Tuesday's report. Remember, this is Dawson Rule with the best sports coverage in Madison County.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We have an update on our Terror Vision movie for tonight coming up right after this.
The WBON TV9 News team is here for you. Keep up with all the local news on WBONTV.com or tune in to the daily Live at 5 newscast on Channel 9. We are on top of all the breaking local news, weather alerts, and the people making news in the greater Richmond area. Like and follow WBON TV on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get the best coverage of everything local and never pay a subscription fee. It's Richmond's very own Channel 9, WBON TV.
Hey y'all, it's Josh.
And Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Well, now that Florida firm has vandalized their own billboards with fake graffiti about chasing ambulances and being for the money.
Ads like that give all attorneys a bad name. At Hicks & Funson, we fight for two things, for justice and for injured Kentuckians like you.
So if you've suffered a wrongful death or an injury in a crash, a fall, or due to medical malpractice or nursing home neglect, visit honestfearless.com or call us at 859-777-7000. Ask for Josh or Greg.
Now at A&W, the Spicy Papa Burger Combo with onion rings. A classic Papa Burger, spiced up with jalapeno heat, perfectly paired with a side of onion rings and Spicy Papa dipping sauce. Get it jalapeno mouth, only at A&W. Feeling saucy? Come down to A&W and dip a juicy 5-piece hand-breaded chicken tender combo into our new spicy 3-pepper fire sauce or our new savory A&W sauce. Dip into A&W and try them today.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
At WBON TV9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's Fright Night here at WBON TV Channel 9. During the month of October, WBON is airing weekly double features with famous horror movies of the past as part of our Tuesday Night Terror Vision series. Tonight's double feature, viewers will be able to watch the spooky science fiction flick, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and cult classic Horror Express. You can tune in at 8 p.m. tonight on Channel 9 and get in the spirit of the season with Tuesday Night Terror Vision. And if you like all things spooky, remember October is the time for the scary stories. WBON wants to hear from you on what your favorite Appalachian urban legend is. Ghost stories, mysterious folklore, and unexplained sightings are all welcome. Send us your submission through WBON Facebook Messenger before October the 26th and tell us why it's your favorite urban legend. During the October 27th edition of Live at 5, the newscast, a winner will be selected for a one-night stay for two at Town Place Suites by Marriott Richmond. The winning submission will also be covered during a segment of the newscast that day. Of course, you must be 18 years of age or older to be eligible to receive that prize. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, Live at 5.